listening to Instant Microwave Fuzz, an improvised sketch comedy podcast recorded live in Maui, Hawaii. Aloha! To learn more about Instant Microwave Fuzz, go to IMF Maui on Instagram. Support us on Patreon under Instant Microwave Fuzz. And now on with the show.
Get your hands off of me. What are you putting in me in this room? Why are you guys here? Does anyone know why we're in this room?
Shut up! Get in there!
Why are we here? Who are you guys?
We were both here too.
You guys were just shoved here? You were shoved in this room? What is this? We're in a conference room? Everybody's going to hell and back outside? Seems like something's freaking happening.
It's dangerous out there.
Wait a second, don't I know you? You're a hunter.
Access granted.
I am a hunter. I go by Natalie
It's
Walrus.
time for you to be quiet. Now is the time for us to think big. I am Commander Zbigniew Popovich, and I've brought the greatest big small game hunters from the world.
Thank you very much.
He means you, Dad.
That's right. I know you. We were on a hunt years ago. We were on Giant Island searching for the tiny voles.
They were massively small and dangerous.
And dainty.
And the blood sacrifices that you committed that day will always stick with me for my entire life, and that's why you are here in this room right now.
I
It
still
was
haven't.
an honor.
I
So-
still have nightmares.
Sir,
Enough of
I haven't had the
chit-chats.
pleasure of meeting you and your son. What are your names? What are you doing here?
I'm Norton Cougarand.
And I'm Pepper.
This is my son, Pepper, not my daughter, Pepper. But to be honest with you, I would be proud of him even if he were my daughter, or if he wanted to transition.
But I don't.
But he doesn't. But I'd be fine with it. You understand it, Pepper?
Okay.
And that's why I gave him a gender-neutral name like that.
Like Pepper.
Like Pepper. We hunt some of the largest small game around.
What's your go-to? What's your take home?
You've heard of meerkats?
I sure have.
We're hunting ones that are so small they're not even meerkats, they're nearcats.
Is that what your pinky ring is made of there?
If you don't mind cutting chit-chats,
They're
it's time
adorable.
to talk about why you have all been brought in here.
Why have we been brought here? I just got freaking manhandled by a lady.
I'm explaining it to you now. There's a dire situation. Chernobyl. One of the greatest absolute destructive events has mutated the animals around it.
We've heard of that.
Specifically, the gerbils of Chernobyl.
The Genobles?
They're real?
They are more than real. They are deadly. Like you've never seen before.
It's kind of an awkward name, though, isn't it? Gerbils of Chernobyl?
I was
The
going to
gerbils
say
of
the
Chernobyl.
same. The
Gerbils of
gerbils of
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl.
We could do better.
Genobles?
Chernobyl.
How about Chernobyls?
Good, I like that one.
That's pretty good.
How about Jan Nobles?
How about Nerb gerbils?
Wait, that's closer. Oh, I think
Nerb
that's
gerbil.
closer.
Yeah, or gerbil?
Chernobyls.
Chernobyl.
Hey, Dad, can I get one as a pet?
We'll talk about
You
it.
don't want it as a pet. I saw it bite the man's head clean off.
I've heard they're twice as vicious and half the size.
They are bigger than bread box.
I had
At least.
I kind of want one.
Not bigger than microwave, but big as bread box.
I had a grandpapa named Turble. What do we think about that? Just Turble.
Just terrible.
Terrible.
I like it, mate.
Turble.
Terrible.
No, we have to understand where they come from.
I like Genobles.
Chernobyl?
Cherbers?
It sounds like we've settled on it.
These assholes Chernobyls.
I
He
disagree.
said a bad word.
I disagree.
We have to use it in context.
I think we should call them turtles.
No, it's taken.
How about turtle doves?
That's also
They
taken.
have no wings.
I'm sorry, I've been hunting tiny game for so long that I don't even remember
gets
what is an
confused
animal and what's
sometimes.
not.
I would like.
We know.
I like chirp gerbils.
We only know one thing: is that they are They're above ground creatures. They have no ability to get in any kind of complex like
It's
this.
a good thing we're underground.
How about noble nobles?
No, but
I
gerbils?
think that's a good one. I like the sound of that.
I like gerbil nibbles.
So, the big nail.
Wait.
What was that noise?
I heard something.
Is there anything we should be concerned
Was
about?
that
Do
you,
they have
Dad?
superpowers of any kind?
I did.
What?
Oh no!
I saw it.
They are evolving.
Dad,
I'm bringing out my shotgun. I don't even
it's
care
coming.
if I don't see anything. I'm
It's
gonna
coming
start
through
shooting.
the wall, Dad.
Quiet,
Dad,
boy. Quiet, boy.
It's coming
Everybody
through the wall.
quiet. Everybody quiet.
I'm gonna be quiet right after I shoot my shotgun. I gotta
Wait.
shoot it at something.
Don't shoot until you see the fur on their eyes.
They've breached the perimeter.
They got furry eyes.
I see it. He's got laser eyes. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Wait a second. Is he trying to do?
Oh, everybody duck!
Oh my goodness! They've got radioactive tiny pistols.
You sons of bitches, take this!
Get him, Dad. Get him. Get him. Dog the pig, Dad. Dog the pig.
Get under the desk.
Well, that was so many bullets. It actually doesn't. That one gerbil does not exist anymore.
Oh my god, they are
It's-
coming through the bullet holes!
Get on top
Oh
of the
my
table.
goodness! They're even tinier
Take
than
this, you sons
regular
of
gerbils.
bitches!
They're climbing the walls.
Dad.
Ah!
They blew up the wall. They're coming in by the millions.
They grew shells. They're gerbil turtles.
You have to stop them before they get to the giant wheel. That's actually a turbine.
Taste my shotgun, you tiny fucks.
Yeah! They are crawling up to me! Oh!
You chunk gerbils never stood a chance. Huh.
They
Kill
got him.
me!
They got him, Dad.
We have to get out of here, son.
Okay, Dad.
I just blew the big nose head off just to put himself out of his own misery. And ours, too. I can't stand that guy.
I was kind of tired of him talking.
You know, I've known him for
Oh, my
years.
gosh. What's on your shoulder?
get him.
Peppa Duck.
Ah! Don't shoot at my son! Ow! Ow! You got me!
I just clipped his shoulder. He'll be fine. I can patch that up with some tiny alligator skin later. Oh, you got one on your kneecap.
Oh, Dad, she got me.
Can't patch that up, unfortunately.
Yeah, you didn't need that kneecap, son.
I kind of liked it, Dad.
It was my favorite one on you, too.
It was my favorite.
Do you feel funny? Do you feel like we've been radioactively affected?
Dad, she's got one on her shoulder, too.
There's one climbing up your spine, too.
Oh, my God.
There's 15 of them crawling up your
Oh,
back.
my God.
Get him,
They're,
Dad.
they taking
Get
over
him.
my body.
We'll-
I'm a chirp nerve now.
Don't worry, we'll tell your story.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm feeling better, Dad.
Call them
Can I tell you
chirp
something?
nervous.
I think that we should probably stop this because, you know, we've been like amateur hunters for a long time. We've never actually killed any of these tiny game.
You're saying we should go pro?
No, I'm saying quite the opposite. I think we should maybe open a cheese shop or something like this.
They do look tasty.
You know what? Yeah, let's just quit this. This is dangerous. There was so many gunshots and you're bleeding from both ends.
I got some wounds.
Did you hear that?
Run!
Oh!
Hop!
Ducky come!
Hop faster!
Exact! See better.
Are your cheese selections just not what you wish they were, mate? Well, I'm Norton Cougarand,
And I'm Pepper.
former big tiny game hunters. We hunted gerbils, hamsters, meerkats, voles, nutria. The smaller the better.
I was scared.
We were both scared, son. That's why we changed careers. We're now dairy farmers. We make milk from some of the tiniest game that we hunted and captured in our former careers, including rat, squirrel, and now our new explosive flavor, Gerb Nobles.
It's the best.
Just look for the Gerb Noble sign. A picture of a tiny gerbil getting smaller, almost like a reverse Incredible Hulk.
It's tangy.
Radiation makes it taste that way, son.
Mmm.
If you want cheese that makes your toes curl and your hair stand up straight, there's only one solution.
Cougarans.
Cougarans cheeses. Brought to you by Jesus Christ.
Amen.
I said Jesus, not Jesus.
Sorry, Dad.
You can still say amen. I'll be honest with you, son. I stopped believing in God after the gerbils. No, Mum was fine. I didn't really miss her. It was more the gerbils ripping your flesh.
Don't forget about the cheese, Dad.
The cheese also stole sort of some of my soul as well, son. When I saw that those tiny microorganisms could make something so nutritious and protein-laden, I realized there can be no God. This is nature at work.
I'm getting stronger, Dad.
Every day.
Cheese.
Mm.
It's delicious.
It's okay. It's not delicious.
It is. It's delicious.
It's the dating game show Primates, where we don't monkey around with love. And now, your host, Hug Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Welcome to Primates. I am Hug Wilson. I did have my name legally changed from Hug Strongly because people thought that I would assault them. And today's contestants, we have some survivalists, some outdoorsmen, some guys who are working to be in their primate state at all times, not fighting their nature, but embracing it. Hunters, gatherers, and some successful guys here. And of course, Bachelorette number one. How are you doing today?
Hi, Hug. I'm good.
And introduce yourself to these folks.
My name is Sally Fielden, and I was leading my sorority, Kappa Phi Delta.
That's right.
I'm here because I just have the worst luck with men, and I saw in a Joe Rogan episode that there's this whole primal living thing, and I thought, I want a man's man.
That's right.
Hey, Hug, give me a man's man.
I'm going to get you a man's man, girl. And now, we were talking before the show, and you once stole a yacht. Tell us about that.
Is it stealing if everybody falls overboard?
Well, a pretty face on a yacht, you know how it goes. You can get away with anything, can't you?
Exactly. Give me a bottle of Vouv and watch me go.
All right.
But legally, I'm not admitting to doing that. It's all alleged. It's all alleged. If my lawyer's out there,
That is smart.
I heard you, babe.
That's the way to be. All right. Are you ready to meet the bachelors?
I am so ready.
All right. Bachelor number one, introduce yourself to us.
Hi, I was told I'm just supposed to say Do you want me to say my name? I guess I was
Say whatever you'd like, sir. Tell us about yourself.
Tim.
Tim, all right.
Yeah.
Tim,
I'm nervous, sorry.
you are a former Marine, a former gymnast.
Absolutely.
You also have your own line of fashion designs.
Made in America.
You're a bow hunter.
Yup.
You're also a fitness expert,
Guru.
a nutritionist, personal chef.
I got something for that little phlegm in your throat there. Hug.
Yeah, I know you do some foraging. You gave me some Bailey's Times and some all sorts of good things. I appreciate that.
That's a quick shot. Yeah, no
Tim,
problem.
you once killed a caribou with a knife you made out of antler. Tell us about that.
Well, people go, forge a steel knife. And I say, no. No, Tim, don't roll like that. What we do is we go out there, we take down the biggest rack, and I'm not talking Okay, ladies, I'm not. It was a rack on a elk.
You seem nervous, Tim. Just
I
spit it out.
apologize. I'm usually super confident, but you take the knife, you take the elk, you take it, and then you make a knife out of that, and I stab the shit out.
You take a knife, you stab it, and there you have the facts of life.
It's
all
primal.
right.
It's all about primal living. That's the primal.
That's what we're here
That's
for.
the primal living.
So contestant number Tim.
Let
you.
Let me introduce the other contestants, please. Hold on a second. Who's hosting this show, by the way?
Hey, I was lead of my sorority.
All right, go steal a boat, Ferrari. Contestant number 2. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
How you doing, Hug? My name's Dan Manley, and she smells female.
She definitely does. Now, you were a professional diver, a professional driver,
Yeah.
and you also play in an industrial band.
Yeah, well, I work in an industry.
And I also see you get paid 6 figures
Yep, yeah.
to be a
it's pretty-
consultant.
Yeah, yeah. it's
What kind
pretty
of
dangerous.
consulting you do?
Well, it's a little bit government work, Hey.
They don't like the government in this
It's all
crowd.
right. Well, I thank you for your tax dollars.
These are rugged individualists out here in the audience. They are primal people.
Right, well, that's not what we're talking about here.
I notice you also have rock hard abs and you have fangs there. You
Yeah.
replaced your fang.
I filed my other teeth down.
You filed the
Yes.
others down.
Yes.
That's commitment, folks. All right. Let's move on to Bachelor number 3. Bachelor number 3, tell us about yourself.
Hi, we people. Woo.
What? Was that English?
There are a lot of people in this place.
There are people in this place. Now, my cards here say that you're a hermit.
What is that? I have chosen to live in a place that people don't judge me, make fun of me anymore.
How were people making fun of you and judging you before?
People always look at me and they say, "Whoa, this guy doesn't know where he's at."
Well, you got a lot of feathers there in your hair.
Keeps me warm.
You're also, you have about 14 compasses, it looks like, hanging from your neck. Is that because people thought that you didn't know what you're doing, where you're going, kind of thing?
Stylistic choice.
Excellent.
Ooh.
All right. Well, how do you like these odds, Bachelorette?
I think we have such a wonderful group of people here. I'm so excited.
All right. Now,
Yay.
why don't you ask your stupid question that you couldn't wait to get out?
Okay, so contestant number 10. I, as
Yeah.
the lead of my sorority, which is everyone knows, a fraternity and a sorority mixed together. Every so often, I was my night to provide food for the whole house, and so I would order DoorDash. If it was your night to provide food for me, what would you serve me?
Depending on what geographical climate that we're in, I would appropriately hunt the nearest game, dress it down, field dress it down, pack it out, dry it, probably smoke parts that won't be smoked, and then we'd smoke it, and then we'd get back, and that would be dinner, and I would get dinner. We'd probably do some medium rare stuff over the grill.
But would anything touch on the plate?
What does that mean?
I don't like the meat to touch the peas.
So you want like a wooden cutting board, and you want to just eat off a core board?
I just don't like my foods to touch.
Hug?
Ooh. Well,
Oh,
I'll tell you, that doesn't sound very primal. I liked his cutting board idea. But
Just think about like how the caribou never touched the peas.
yeah, well,
You know?
just contestant number Tim, it was not the greatest response.
So contestant number Dan.
Contestant number 2.
Yeah, number 2. But I'm Dan.
Contestant number Dan. I see here that you make 6 figures per year.
That's right.
So with all that money, where would you take me on a nice date?
We'd go in the woods. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, we're going in the woods.
Oh, the
Okay,
audience.
like a fun picnic during the daytime at light where other people are around and can see if
No.
like for safety.
No, there's no safety in the woods.
Put yourself in the ladies' shoes here, Dan, and
I don't wear shoes.
I can see that. You've been free running around the studio whenever you're not on camera, I noticed.
Don't constrain me.
Any kind of safety that she can expect out there in the woods? Would you
Like
protect
just-
her if something bad happens?
She's safe because she's with me.
Ah.
But what about safe from you?
Not a chance.
All right, contestant number. Whoop. I have a question for you.
My name's Sponge.
Sponge. I like long walks on the beach
Ooh.
and getting immediate text messages back.
Ooh.
That is something my ex was really bad about, and that's why he got his car keyed. Where do you like to go on a Sunday morning off?
Ooh, well, first I do a little bit of a dive into the dumpster behind the second save. And I always find the best sporks. Sometimes they have little donut holes. Oh, those are good. But if we're going to I'm going to take you to my cabin where we have a castle. I made it a castle with old things from the junkyard. Whip.
What do you think? Can you live in a castle made of sporks?
Well, it sounds interesting to me, at least in this economy, a homeowner, especially a spork homeowner.
I own it myself and I have a low interest rate.
Are you squatting on that land or?
I squat when I have to go.
Ooh, all right.
I have to go now.
Okay, let's go back to contestant number Tim. Do you have another question for the contestants?
I do have a question. So, Tim,
Yeah.
if I got a haircut that you didn't like, in what ways would you tell me that you liked it anyway?
I'd probably go into my garage and punch a hole in the drywall, and then I'd probably do about 50 push-ups, and then I would go run a ultra marathon, and I would come back, and by then I'd probably be in a better mood, a little bit more open-minded to talk to you about your haircut that I despise.
So you consider yourself open-minded?
Yeah, I do. Totally open-minded.
Oh, the crowd likes that. And
Thank you.
contestant number Tim, you're also a cosmetologist and an esthetician as well, this card says.
People don't think that that's very manly, but I needed to separate myself from my pleasures. So I picked a career with people I despise and a path that I despise, and I had to conquer that. So that's why I am in the cosmetic field of making people beautiful.
I notice you're rubbing some kind of leaves on your nipples right now. What is that? What is that you're doing?
This is a new line. This is the green leaf nipple line that if you come in, you drink your champagne, and then you get your hair dyed whatever color, and they're like, you put the nipple leaf on there. And I was told that that was not going to be brought up today, but I guess it is. So there you go.
Okay.
Well, contestant number 2, you're terrifying, even to a large man like myself. We have a question for you.
Yes, I have a question. So, contestant number Dan, have you ever overtaken a woman and perhaps murdered one before?
Oh, no, not murder.
Dismembered?
No.
Did she want to kill herself when you were done?
Oh, no, she was very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you murder that pussy ever?
Oh, yeah, that's a little bit of thing about
All
tearing.
right.
Yeah, that gets tearing up.
Oh, the audience doesn't like
torn up. In
that.
the
Was
right
my
way.
bad. My bad.
So, if none of your
Hug,
exes
you're
are
not
dead, does that
No.
mean you're friends with them?
No, they're. Oh, yeah, we're super friends.
So, you're friends with your exes?
Super friends.
Okay, next.
Next, contestant number 3.
Contestant number 3. I have to say, I love that you live off the grid, but I also like going shopping. If you wanted to give me a nice gift, what would you give me?
Ooh, I make gifts all day. Sometimes I make my own pots, my own clay pots. You like a pot? I take my poop and I swirl it around, and it's a pinch pot. It's a pinch poop pot.
So you pinch out a poop and make a pot?
That's right. And I took old banana peels and I made a gown. It's all ready for you if you choose Sponge. Whip.
All right. Well,
Wow.
we've got one bachelor who has the greatest resume I've ever heard. Manly marine hairdresser, but he's clearly imbalanced. All the worst masculine traits in his head.
Thank you, Hug.
We have another one that's clearly dangerous, but sexually exciting.
Thank you.
And then we have a third one who's been doing his due diligence out there. What do you think? Not you.
Oh.
Her.
Yep. They making fun
The
of
audience
me.
wants to know.
I'm going with contestant number 3.
What the?
You made a mistake.
Contestant number 2 and contestant number Tim, you both will be getting Airbnb in downtown Philadelphia. Watch your asses because shit's dangerous down there. And contestant number 3, you're the lucky winner today.
I am getting lucky.
What dumpster are the two of you going to dive?
Oh, whatever dumpsters my lady would like to visit.
Oh,
You were joking about the dumpster thing, right?
No.
I picked you because you have a sense of humor.
I have a 4-course salamander feast just waiting.
There's bugs crawling off you, sir.
Yeah. Scabs are a nutritional treat.
Hug, I think I've made a mistake.
Well, there are no mistakes in the primal world. There's no do-overs.
To the castle, my love.
Nope, this is the law of the jungle, my
Can
dear.
I go back?
Get up in the tree.
I
Get
don't.
up in the tree,
Just
dear.
hit her on the head with this little club.
All right.
Oh, she's heavy.
And I thought contestant number 2 was the dangerous one. All right. From everyone here at Primal Studios in Orlando, Florida, I'm Hug. Be nice to each other.
And I'm Sponge. Keep on doing your thing, guys. Yep.
The game show Primates is brought to you by Don'tMonkeyAroundWithLove.com. Go on there. Find yourself. Find a lover. Play the game.
And to play the new video game version of Primates, keep waiting. Nobody's going to make that game.
I get the final word. Yep.
Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. Seeing Earth from up here. I didn't think I'd actually make the cut for Uranus 1. Rogers, are you seeing this?
Yeah, Rogers here. Gold Leader 1. Situational report. How are things going down there?
It's incredible. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like this.
Delta Dingo, we are go for launch.
This is Houston. We have not spotted any aliens yet, folks. Good news.
I'm just back from the bathroom. I missed everything. Can anybody catch me up? Over.
I'm looking at space. I'm looking at the moon. I'm looking at everything right now except... Oh, I think I might have forgot to put the ship in park. It's... The spacecraft seems to be drifting away quite steadily.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Got one job.
Psst. It looks like we're drifting out. I don't know how we're going to regain entry.
Uranus 1, this is Houston. Are you aware that you're drifting backwards like somebody didn't put the e-brake on the ship?
This is DJ Moon. I hope everybody likes this ambient noise that I have in the background. Over.
We didn't tell you we were gonna go outside the aircraft to float around and feel all funny. And so, Houston, we are not in the aircraft. It is drifting away steadily.
Houston, this is Gold Eagle 1. I have only 16% oxygen left, and I can't see anybody. Advise.
This Delta Dingo, I can see Gold Eagle. He is floating away, and his suit is filled with urine.
This is Houston. Just want to point out to you folks that there is a distinct difference between an aircraft and a spacecraft. The most notable one is that you can't breathe outside of a spacecraft. I do encourage you folks to try to get back to that drifting ship, even if you got to make those comical swimming motions that you might see in a film or television show.
Houston, we are in a full Tokyo drift. I don't know if we're going to make it back, but if I may submit, we try to enjoy ourselves. Over.
Houston, full disclosure, I was live streaming on TikTok. We all learned a space dance we were doing together, and it was the space dance, and I regret it. I'll say I regret it. We were all really focused on the dance, the gyrations particularly, and I'm gonna blame Johnson. He didn't put it in park, but it was honestly all on all of us. But it's mainly Johnson's fault. I was in charge of the choreography. He was in charge of putting the spacecraft in park.
Houston, an abnormal, a crazy amount of piss in my suit right now. The gaskets must have leaked. It has entered my mouth. It is weightless, to say the least. It tastes, it could be worse, but, yeah, starting to freak. Trying to stay cool, calm, collected, but, yep. I think I'm gonna die in the worst way imaginable. Houston, please advise.
Houston, I would like you to know that the Space Pants dance, our subs are going through the roof. It is a fantastic dance, and I regret nothing.
This is Houston. We do understand clearly that the spaceship is drifting away, that Gold Leader is giving himself a 0G golden shower, and also understand that the space dance was phenomenal. We actually could see it from the external cameras here in Houston, and I want to entice you to swim motion harder towards the ship, because if you can make it back down to Houston, we have some of the best dining in the South, including Tex-Mex and lots of modern fare as well, and fusion, all sorts of good stuff. We're going to be eating barbecue tonight, in fact, and if you guys can get to that ship, holy shit, your chances of eating it with us again will be even better.
Houston, I think that this is a sick, twisted trick that you're playing on us as we drift further and further into the abyss. If I can get Clarence to turn up the ambient music, it would get my last wishes as a DJ that the world may know. Go over.
I have to say, I think this is the time to talk about my regrets in life. Oh no, there's a meteor coming towards me. It's gonna hit me right on the foot. Oh, I'm cartwheeling through space now. I'm cartwheeling through space. I can't. I'm catapulting away.
She's fucking gone. Man. She really botched this whole park and break thing. Barbecue sounds pretty good. Would probably get the taste of urine on my mouth. My oxygen level is now 3%. Still trying to stay cool. Oh my god, there's a bright light. It's beautiful. It's iridescent and orange and there's back in my mouth. Oh god.
Houston, I would just like you to know that I was shining my flashlight in his eyes. I had to pull one more joke before we died. Oh, and he's so filled with urine. I regret nothing still. Goodbye, Houston.
This is Houston. Calling the ship here, DJ. Aren't you still on the ship? Couldn't you just have turned the e-brake on at any time? Are you just spinning? You're just spinning records in there? Can you hear me? Uranus?
Houston, we have found the e-brake. Everything is okay. Let's gather the last remaining survivors and continue on.
Instant Microwave Fuzz is a weekly improvised sketch comedy podcast recorded live at the Fuzzbox Studios in Lahaina, Hawaii, on the beautiful island of Maui. To learn more about the Fuzzbox Studios and their mission to encourage, inspire, and empower individuals in developing their creative visions and by providing an environment to cultivate their skills and talents, check us out at fuzzboxproductions.com. Check out our website for instantmicrowavefuzz.buzzsprout.com. You can find us on Patreon, YouTube, and Instagram under Instant Microwave Fuzz. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms. Support the show on Patreon at Instant Microwave Fuzz. And big thanks to our patrons, Will, Alan, Paul, and Laura. Thanks to all of you. We'll see you next week. Thank you.